It's okay. Because of network problem, it was disconnected. Okay, I think now it's okay. Uh, yeah, am I audible and my screen is visible to you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Because of network problem is here. It's fine. Okay, we are here. So this is a this is some kinds of microchips in older days for 40042 still 8085. These many modifications are happened. So 4044, 404 is a small capacity. In the olden days, that time there is not a problem of memory. Okay, in older days. But here nowadays, memory is a lot of memory is available in a single chip. Even I think in your mobile devices, you have to use 64 GB, 128 GB, 500, 512 GB like that. You are using a memory. Nowadays, memory there is not a problem. But in olden days, memory is having a uh, big matter. So from big size to small size, these are the many modifications they have to done in the microprocessor chip, and finally they have to make it as a very small microprocessor of 8086 and 8087 is also available for your syllabus up to 8086 and 8085 is there. Okay, these are the yeah.
वांगा
Please,
आहे, बटाटा आहे, दोडका असेल. मी काढलं नाही बाहेर.
yeah, please
मम्मी
tell
त्या
me.
पावालेच पैसे देत तर महागा लागलाय.
Please, can you use other than Marathi language? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please tell me, are you able to speak in English or Hindi? Can you respond me, please? आपको हिंदी में बोल सकती है क्या? हेलो. हेलो. You have आपका पास नेटवर्क है? जी प्लीज, आपके पास नेटवर्क है? Okay, I think no response from your side. Okay, fine. So, dear all students, yeah, is there any questions from other students, please? किसी के पास तो क्वेश्चंस पूछने के लिए है?
No, sir.
Am I audible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, if no questions, then we will move ahead. So dear all students, so these are the microprocessor chips. So if they want to connected peripheral devices, we have to use one system. That one we called it as bus system. Bus system means what? There is a buses we are going to use it to connect one microprocessor chip to another microprocessor chip or another peripheral devices or any another needful or required devices, electronic devices. Okay, so that system we call it as bus system. This bus means what? So at the first we have to understand bus. What is a bus? Please, can you define anyone? Because all of you are already studied microprocessor. So please, can you tell me anyone how to define bus? Can I expect answer from your side? बस मतलब क्या होता है?
Sir, bus is a medium in computer. when we input something from peripheral devices to the computer, the input or the communication is inputted through that bus to the processor and then is out. It is a
Exactly. Very
medium
good.
of communication.
Very good. Very good. Nice answer. Very nice answer. It is a communication media. What you are used. Okay. Very nice. Is there any other definitions from other student? Can I expect some other answers from other student? Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem. It is your still your learning stage is there. If you not remember also don't no problem. So here, please all of you listen. The meaning of bus. The meaning of bus is what as your friend is said now. It is a communication media. Communication media means what? The data or information or a data or any kind of news, it is going to be transferred from one place to the another place. Whatever kind of data or whatever kind of information is going to be transferred from one place to the another place, or input to the output. So whatever that transfer is doing, that device, we called it as bus. So in a single sentence, how to define a bus means bus is nothing but it's a transferring agent of information from one place to the another place. Very simple. Very simple how we have to define it. Bus, it's a transferring agent. Transferring agent of any data or information from one place to another place. That one we call it as bus. So in this bus, we have to use the memory and input or output, and there is a one logical arithmetic logical unit called it as a ALU. In that ALU there is some kind of registers. So registers are nothing but what? These are the data storage elements. Registers are nothing but what? Information storage elements. And whatever the data and the information you are going to be stored in the register for the processing of arithmetic and logical units in the microprocessor. And these things that stored, that's collected data is going to be maintaining. We are used one more block called as control unit. So this control unit, what it will do? It will manage the data or the information, whatever stored in the register, and that is going to be manipulated between transferring and receiving the data is going to be managed by control unit. So in this entire structure, the bus is a transferring agent between the data from memory to input and output, and whatever that data is going to be to do the perform the task that is going to be happened by the microprocessor through the bus connection. And in the bus microprocessor, there is a one main functional unit, that is algebraic and logical unit, and there is a one block that is storable purpose register, which can store data and the information. And this data and information for the storage, for transmitting and receiving, there is a one managing block is there. That one we are going to say that control unit. Okay, that one we are going to say that control unit. So this entire system, what we are going to be connected between one to another, that is going to be connected by a bus. That is going to be connected by a bus. So this is the one microprocessor based bus system. Okay. So in next slide we will see that here in this. So whatever that memory and input output microprocessor. Just I have to explain these three blocks. That is memory. What is memory? The memory is nothing but a hard disk or any kind of memory chip. Even some memory you have to use it in mobile also. Computer also you have going to be used. Laptop also you have to use it. That memory is one of the most important factor in the microprocessor, and this memory is used for to store the data or the information in a binary format. Because the computer आज का जमाना में computer only knows 0 and 1. Apart from 0 and 1, it don't know anything. So each and everything, whatever we are doing with the computer, that one is finally going to convert it into binary numbers, and with the binary numbers only all the things are going to be happened. So that's what we have to say. This is a used to store the data information in a binary format, that is memory. And next is a microprocessor memory. How we are going to say microprocessor memory? There is a cache memory. All of you know that permanent memory, temporary memory, all of is erasable memory, different kind of memory already you know. There is a cache memory, that is memory used by the central processing unit of a computer to reduce the average time to access memory. So to reduce the average time, whatever taking more time, that is going to be reduced by using the cache memory. That is, we have to use it the microprocessor, and the cache memory is a very smaller, and it is too faster memory which is stores copies of the data from the most frequently used main memory locations. So this is the entire things about memory. And next part, here actually bus. This is a structure of bus. So this is the one pin what we are going to be connected to any peripheral device, relevant peripheral device. And this is the one chip. Inside this chip, actually that microprocessor chip is there, covered by microprocessor chip. So this is the pin which is going to be connected. And these wires, whatever you are visible on the screen, these wires we called it as a bus. Actually, this is the bus. That's what we have to define. The bus is nothing but it is a transferring agent between one device to another peripheral device, isn't it? So like that you have to define. So this is just a structure of bus I'll show you. Next, this is the connection system of a bus, that is system bus model. This is the connection of a system, that is system bus model. So here, once we come to know the definition of bus, next we will study it upon categories of bus. What are the different category, or what are the different types of buses? So in this bus, there are mainly three types. We have to say the bus is a three main category of buses. The first bus we have to say data bus, and the second bus we have to say address bus, and the third bus we have to say control bus. What are the three main categories? Data bus, address bus, and control bus. By using these three data buses, we are going to be manipulate of all kind of operations on bus for the transferring and receiving the data or the information with the memory, with the CPU. CPU is for central processing unit, and ALU is for algebraical logical unit. Sorry, arithmetic logical units. Okay, and registers, as you saw the previous slide, registers are for storage of data or the information, and there is a one control in it for controlling all these things. So that is the memory. It is for the storage, normal memory as well as microprocessor memory. And all these things, whatever you have to do a particular task, to perform a particular task, that is between input and the output system. So this entire things is a structure of bus. Okay, so there are three types of bus: data bus, address bus, and control bus. So dear all students, this bus system, uh, just you have to compare with the real time bus. You have to say ST, no, state transfer. So buses, how it looks, what are the main three categories, three elements of the buses? Actually the bus is for, if you have to consider real world example NT as ST, state transfer. So in that mainly three elements are very essential. One is driver, because without driver bus is not used. Second one is conductor, yes or no? And third one is passenger. Just you assume real world example: conductor, driver, and bus. So here the data bus, whatever data bus is you compared with in a bus, that is passenger. So in a bus you have to say passenger. Passengers are nothing but, assume that these are the information are data, because this one they have to carry it from one place to another place. Yes or no? The data bus is equivalent to passengers. And the address bus, the address bus is what? It is going to be like a driver. What driver will do? Driver will take all the passengers into one stop to another stop, particular one stop to particular another stop. So you compare driver to address bus, but he is carrying no all the data, all the passengers. And the control bus, that control bus is just you have to compare with the conductor. What the conductor will do? Conductor will controlling the entire system. Whenever the stop is comes, suddenly he is use the whistle and stop the bus. Again use the whistle and allow the driver to take away the bus. Yes or no? So just you compare, the control bus is works like a conductor, address bus is works like a driver, and the data bus is works like a passenger. Okay, dear students. So actually we have a good story based on the bus system. So that bus system, how we have to carry, and what real time your syllabus, all those things we have to study. So in this, so this is the just, I have to give you the brief idea. In detail, I'll explain you in the lecture in a particular syllabus. Entire this details is there, very nice details. I have to explain you on that time. So in next, in the 8085 microprocessor, it is a 8-bit microprocessor, because in the previous slide I showed 4004, but here we are showing 8085. Again, this 8 is a 8-bit microprocessor, and 85 is also used for one specific purpose. We have to use that 85. So this is the Intel 8085, that microprocessor chip. You have to compare with the previous microprocessor 4004 and this 8086. How much the changes should be happened from olden days to recent days. So really in the world we have to use it, this 8085, and next one more, that is 8086 microprocessor. Okay, so this is the one microprocessor kit. So while in the labs for executing the programs, you have a practical also for the microprocessor, as earlier I said. So for doing the practical session, we have to use this kit to run the microprocessor programs, 8085 microprocessor program. So this one we have to call it as 8085 kit. So if you are ready to come online, I will show you this kit and I will explain you. So here, whatever this block chips are there, all these chips are nothing but what? Microprocessor chips. So I will explain you during the practical session how these microprocessor chips are connected one on another and how these functionality is going to be happen. So here, these are the some wire lines are there. Those are called as buses only. That is connection between. So actually, in this back end, this back face, there is a connections are happened. If you are come offline, I'll show you. So that is nothing but a buses which are connected between one device to the another device that is going to be for a particular task. So this is the kit we have to use it for uh, lab sessions. So this is also a kit that is a binary to check the truth table of all the gates like AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NOR gate, NAND gate, XOR gate, XNOR gate. All these checks for the 0 and 1s. This is the one plot is there. We have to use it. And this is the display of digital things. And this is the display of light symbols. Here we are going to be used. And this is the keyboard. This is the keyboard. So all this kit also we have to explain in our practical session. And next one, very big things, that is the future of Intel 8085. So whatever we are going to study this semester 8085, it is having a 8-bit microprocessor. The first point is very important, that is 8-bit microprocessor. And the second main feature is it is having a multiplexed address lines and data bus. Those are nothing but totally because of 8-bit processor, 8 address lines are there. Those we call it as AD02, AD7. It means that AD0, AD01, AD2, AD3, AD4 up to AD7. So AD0 to AD7 means total 8 lines we are going to be used. That is the main features of 8085 microprocessor. And the next one more main feature, that is it works on 5-volt power supply. Very less power is sufficient, is enough for to run the 8085. That is 5-volt is enough. In the 5-volt only, that 8085 is works very well. Okay. And one more feature, it provides total 72 instructions with 5 different addressing modes. So all 72 instructions we have to study from unit number 1 to unit number 3 in a syllabus. 3 units we have to study all 72 instructions. So entire these 72 instructions we have to explain you in the next lecture. So it's a time to leave the session because next session is waiting for you. That CIP is going on. So next session that is common to whole institute. So dear all students, today just for the refreshment for you, I have to explain you just a brief, very brief, in-depth brief idea about the microprocessor, introduction about the microprocessor. And in next lecture, means tomorrow lecture, I have to carry the particular syllabus, and in next lecture I will explain you entire syllabus and entire different 8 units, syllabus of 8 units, and course outcomes and program educational outcomes I have to explain you in the next lecture. And almost in the next lecture onwards, we have to start a real syllabus, real subject of your prescribed syllabus. Okay. So dear all students, thank you one and all. If any query is there, please you can ask now. You have a time. So after your discussion of questions, I have to close that this lecture. Please, any queries with you? Anything you want to ask me, please?
No,
Can I
sir.
stop? Can I stop to share the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So dear all students, now all of you have to join to CIP lecture. CIP lecture is going on from 3:30 onwards. So Again, if this is my contact number, if you want to talk with me, you have to discuss anything from 6 to 8 o'clock. Every day from 6 to 8 o'clock also I'm available with you for to solve some kinds of doubts, problems, whatever it may be. That time also you have to ask. So now I have a one meeting I want to attend. So thank you one and all. I will make out. Please all of you go and attend CIP lecture. Okay. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot.
Okay.
Thank you,
Very
sir.
nice. Okay.